What's up, everybody? It's your man Alpha. I know a lot of people in DC who want to get their gun license but don't have it or know how to go about getting it. So that's the purpose of this video, to help y'all out with getting y'all DC concealed carry license. I went through the process. A couple of you I know went through the process. So let's get into it. If you want your application to go through 20 times faster, I would recommend getting your training before you even apply for your gun license in DC. And another thing, in DC, it's concealed carry only. You cannot open carry in DC. And DC refers to California's safe gun list. So if you want to know what type of guns you can have in DC, you refer to California's safe gun list. What you need in terms of training is you need 16 hours of classroom instruction on DC gun laws, where and where you cannot go, and how to wear and carry your firearm, and but magazine restrictions, because in DC your magazine cannot hold no more than 10 rounds, not including your +1. You need 4 hours of range time. Please get your training first before you even apply for a license to begin with, because it will make your process go 100 times faster, and it will be 100 times easier to push your application through, because you've already done your training. So all you would need to really do is buy your gun. And once you buy your gun, you can go ahead and register your weapon with your application, which will be, I believe your first gun is free when you register with your concealed carry application, but any gun after that, I believe, is $13. Another cool thing about the District of Columbia is if you buy multiple firearms at one time, when you register them, you only got to pay for one registration, and every other handgun after that is free to be registered, since you're registering all of them at the same time. I can honestly say my process took about 3 months in total, from start to finish, doing the training, doing the application, buying your firearm, having it sent to MPD, which is no longer the FFL in DC. It's 2 new companies that do it. I will add the names to this video because I don't remember off the top of my head the new company names that do the FFL transfers in DC now. They both charge a $120 transfer fee in order for them to transfer your firearm to you once they receive it from wherever you buy it from, what training instructor you want to use. But MPD has a very good list of firearms training instructors. Check out MPD's list of certified firearms instructors so you can get your training done first, because like I said, that's the most important part of getting your concealed carry license in the District of Columbia, because no training equals no firearm in my book. Training is the most important thing about having a firearm and anywhere in the United States. Training. Please get your training. Like, I cannot stress that fact enough of getting your training first and take it seriously, because a firearm is a very, very dangerous tool in the wrong hands, but it can be a very effective tool in the right hands. So if you want yourself to be prepared for the unknown, then I implore you to please get your training and to not take it lightly. I say do the utmost in paying attention when you're getting your training, because DC has a lot of gray area in terms where and where not you can carry. I think I said that wrong, but you get what I'm saying. Like I said, the main bullet point of this video was to help people understand the process of getting your firearms license or concealed carry license in the District of Columbia, because it's a very sought after credential, because at the end of the day, DC does not recognize any other state's concealed carry permits. DC's concealed carry license is accepted in like 23 other states, if I'm not mistaken. So that would include Virginia, and it doesn't include Maryland, which I think is like really weird, but because DC and Maryland and Virginia is in such close proximity of each other that it wouldn't make sense for them to not recognize each other's licenses. Like, yeah, DC doesn't accept Maryland's and Maryland doesn't accept DC, so it's kind of weird. DC's concealed carry license, go ahead and go through the process. Make sure that you get your training first, because your training is the #1 thing about applying and getting your application pushed through faster. Because if you don't get your training first, what they're gonna do is they're gonna be like, okay, well, you have everything else in terms of paperwork wise, well, where's your training at? Then you're gonna have to backtrack and do your training and then resubmit again, which is gonna be a hassle in itself because of MPD's process throughout COVID. So it's like it's kind of backdated on everything that they do. Like I said, my process was about 3 months altogether. Me personally, I am a huge Ruger fan. That is my favorite firearms company, Ruger. Really want more people to get firearms licenses in the District of Columbia, because it's getting really crazy out here. And also, I want a lot more women to get firearms in the world, because everybody should be able to express their pro-Second Amendment rights that are granted to you in your United States Constitution. And an armed America is a safe America. So, with that being said, I'm a very huge advocate in everybody expressing their 2A rights. At the end of the day, I would rather have a tool and not need it than to need it and not have it. Think about that and you'll understand why I say what I say. I want to make sure that I covered all bases in terms of what goes on, what the actual process is in terms of getting your gun license, doing your training, applying for the gun license, going through the FFL transfer process, paying your fees and getting your fingerprinting and doing your background check with MPD, going through the waiting period of actually having to wait for MPD to catalog your firearm, and then well, now sit here and think about it, I don't think MPD is gonna catalog your firearm because they're not in FFL anymore. So now sit here and think about it, I don't know, I gotta check on that. Because like I said, you do have to register. All handguns in the District of Columbia have to be registered with MPD, so they know who has firearms and who don't. Oh, another quick pro tip that that I would give every DC concealed carry: please, when you're carrying your firearm concealed within the District of Columbia, please use a holster. Because I have, I would say, a family friend who is also a concealed carrier, and he was arrested due to his firearm not being inside of a holster when he was carrying it. It was inside of his waistband, like how people who have illegal guns carry them. And because of that, he was arrested, and all of his firearms were taken, and they raided his house and all of that type of stuff. But yeah, that I would say, like I said, keep that in mind to always use a holster. There's nothing wrong with holsters, just find the right one for you. They make belly holsters, they make inside the waistband, they make outside the waistband holsters, they make shoulder holsters. Just find you a good holster that you think will work for you. Please do. Before I go, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, he did all of this talking, where's his gun at, blah blah blah. Like I said, I'm a huge Ruger fan. Here's my firearm right here. It's a Ruger Security 9. It came with the Viridian laser on it. It's a red laser. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, it's a red laser. I did get rid of the stock white sights and add the yellow. I don't know if people can see that. Oh, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, you all pointing at yourself. It is completely empty, no magazine and safety checks. You know, there's nothing in there, nothing in there. But yeah, yeah, and then also it has the whole grip, beaver tail grip on it, made for the Security 9 and also the Ruger 5.7, if you have one of those. Yeah, that's my firearm. Comes with a manual safety right here, which I love. I don't know why people say that they hate manual safety so much. I'm not one of those people. I love safeties. I have a child, so having a safety on a firearm is like an extra safety precaution. Like I said, just remember, DC, no magazine can hold more than 10 rounds, so that means no extended clips, no 30s, no 50-round drums, no 100-round drums, no none of that. You can't put none of that on your guns, no. 10-round magazine. If you want to know what that looks like, they look like this. They're small. They're small magazines, 10-round magazines. That's all you need. Yeah. I'm rocking Full Metal jackets right now. I want to get some hollow points soon, but right now I'm rocking Full Metal jackets. You guys go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel.